Hello everyone and welcome again. I am teacher Agbanyaga. In this teaching, I will be talking about Mawu and Se, or commonly pronounced as Mawu Se. To be honest, one of the best advice left behind by the great sages of the Ewe people is that man has to know him or herself, or simply put as man know thyself. This teaching perhaps is one of the most important because the concept of Mawu Se is central to the Vodou spiritual system of the Anglo people, or for that matter, the Ewe people of West Africa. I hope by the end of this teaching, you will be able to understand that every living person has his or her own Se, also known as your destiny, or Mawu, in this case, whom the person is supposed to know, find a place for, revere, worship, and above all, take care of the Se or destiny. For you to better understand this teaching, I strongly recommend that you watch the teaching on Mawuviwo, or the children of Mawu. I have put the link in the description box below. Thank you and enjoy the teaching. The fact that Mawu is worshipped through the Tronwo, or ancestral spirits, suggests that there are no Mawu priests or Mawu cults. Belief in Mawu is a philosophy rather than a living faith. Her qualities and demands are willingly admitted, but they exercise little direct influence on the practical life of the Anglo people, and for that matter, the Ewe people at large. It is a spirituality of the thoughtful, not for the multitude. As far as the Anglo people or Ewe people is concerned, the only sphere in which Mawu appears to be directly worshipped is in her manifestation as Se. But in the Ewe language, Se has more than one meaning. To that end, let us look at the different meanings of Se, as this will lead us into the aspect that dwells on the destiny of every living person. In one sense, Mawu and Se are directly synonymous, or one and the same, and applied interchangeably. This means that the other name for Mawu is Se. For instance, the name Sesime is the same as Mawu Se, which literally means in the hand of Mawu or Se. In another sense, Se implies law, order, and harmony. This also includes truth, justice, balance, wisdom, and reciprocity. The traditional conception of justice among the Anglo people is that the people should live in harmony with the natural laws of Mawu. Among the Anglo people, or the Ewe people in general, humility and obedience means that abiding by the divine laws or dictates of Mawu. The concept of justice among the Anglo people or the Ewe people is divine and direct, in that when a person adheres to it, the person can certainly arrive at his or her goal. In this case, justice is expected to prevail at home and in society at large. Se in this connection is an attribute of Mawu, not a distinct supernatural being. In this sense, the world as the creation of Mawu is an expression of her mysterious ways. So does Se express law, order, harmony as the purpose of Mawu for the world. In yet another sense, Se applies to the ability of Mawu as the maker and the keeper of souls. The soul encased in a person's body is that part of Mawu in that person. Finally, Se implies the destiny of a person. It is synonymous with Afa or divination, which is the word or the will of Mawu. Now let me elaborate on this final aspect in the next slide, as these perhaps will serve you well. It is in this last or final sense that Se, as the animating principle, is individually worshipped. Every living person has his or her own Se or destiny or Mawu, in this case, whom he or she worships. When that person dies, his or her Se dies with the person too. Worship in this sense embraces no conception of a church and is therefore distinct from the conventional group worship of a deity. As an individual, it is worth it exploring what you are truly destined to do here on planet Earth. This idea of Mawu is inextricably bound with the whole concept of Afa Kaka or divination system. Afa is the mouthpiece of Mawu. Yes, it is true that still the best advice left behind by the great sages is that man know thyself. Knowing yourself cuts across all boundaries of your personal life, such as spiritually, biologically, physically, mentally, even the nutrition and diet, financially, your own personality, intellectually, socially, culturally, family history, your own strengths and weaknesses. It goes on and on. Thankfully, the Ewe people have kept and developed the divination system called Afa. These have sustained them and continue to do so even to our modern times. Man, know thyself, and this means you have the responsibility, or the onus is on you as a person to know who you are spiritually or in the spirit, and how to fulfill the demands of your own spirit in order for he or she to respond to your needs or open the doors for you in the spiritual world that will manifest in the physical. This brings me to the end of this teaching on Mawu and Se or Mawu Se. I would like to use this last opportunity to reiterate that as an individual, you have the responsibility, or the onus is on you as an individual to know who you are spiritually. Still, the best advice left behind by the great sages is man, know thyself. Thank you very much for watching, and please share, subscribe, and then thanks again. Goodbye for now.